Have you ever found yourself in a social situation wanting to connect with others, but feeling paralyzed by shyness? Maybe your heart races, your mind blanks, and you suddenly feel smaller than everyone else in the room. It's a struggle many people face, and it can feel like an invisible barrier keeping you from forming meaningful connections or showing others who you truly are. But what if I told you that the very thing you see as a weakness, your shyness, could be your hidden superpower? What if it's not about overcoming your shyness, but instead transforming it into something that draws people toward you naturally? In this video, I'm going to show you how to channel the energy of your shyness into an undeniable, magnetic presence. By the end, you'll not only feel more confident in social settings, but you'll also see how being shy can become one of your greatest strengths. Let's dive in. Introduction. Shyness is often misunderstood. In a world that celebrates extroversion, where confidence is equated with loudness and success often seems reserved for those who can dominate a room, it's easy to feel like being shy puts you at a disadvantage. But here's the truth: shy people possess unique strengths that are often overlooked. Shyness is not a flaw. It's a signal that you're thoughtful, perceptive, and deeply aware of the world around you. These qualities, when embraced and directed, can make you incredibly magnetic to others. People are drawn to authenticity, and shy individuals often exude a quiet depth that's both intriguing and inviting. In this video, we're going to explore how to shift your mindset about shyness and turn it into an asset. Here's the plan. First, we'll help you understand the true nature of your shyness, what it is and why it can be a positive force. Then, we'll dive into reframing how you view it so it feels less like a burden and more like a gift. Finally, we'll walk through practical strategies to harness that energy in a way that naturally attracts others, without you needing to force anything or change who you are. By the end of this journey, you'll see that shyness isn't something to overcome, it's something to embrace. And when you do, it becomes a tool for creating deeper, more meaningful connections. Let's start by understanding what shyness really is. Understand your shyness. Shyness often feels like a heavy weight we carry, especially in social situations. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself what shyness really is? It's not about being socially incapable or awkward. Instead, shyness is a natural response to heightened sensitivity. It's the way your body and mind process the world around you more deeply than others might. Think of shyness as your built-in radar. You're likely more attuned to the feelings and energy of those around you. You notice subtleties in conversations, body language, and tone that others might overlook. This awareness is an incredible strength, even if it sometimes feels overwhelming. But to harness the power of your shyness, you need to understand it better. Let's start by breaking it down. Shyness often stems from a fear of judgment or a desire to avoid discomfort in unfamiliar situations. While these reactions can make you feel stuck, they're rooted in your desire to connect meaningfully and avoid rejection, a very human instinct. To shift your relationship with shyness, try this practical exercise. The next time you feel shy, pause and observe your thoughts. What's triggering this feeling? Is it the size of the group, a particular person, or an unfamiliar setting? Write these observations down in a journal. Over time, you'll start to notice patterns. Recognizing these triggers is the first step toward owning your emotions instead of letting them control you. Additionally, learn to manage the physical side of shyness. Racing heart? Sweaty palms? These are just your body's natural responses to stress. Techniques like deep breathing or grounding exercises, such as focusing on your feet firmly planted on the ground, can help calm these reactions in the moment. The goal here isn't to erase your shyness but to understand it. Once you see it for what it is, a natural response to your environment, you can begin to embrace it as a unique aspect of who you are. This understanding lays the foundation for the next step: reframing your shyness so it becomes a source of strength. Reframe your shyness. Now that you understand shyness as a natural and deeply human response, it's time to change how you see it. Many of us grow up believing that shyness is a flaw, something to be fixed or hidden. But what if you flipped the script? What if you saw shyness as a unique strength that makes you more relatable, thoughtful, and even magnetic? Reframing shyness starts with shifting your mindset. Think about it this way: being shy often means you take time to observe, reflect, and truly understand a situation before jumping in. This makes your words and actions more intentional, which can resonate deeply with others. In a world full of noise, your quiet authenticity stands out. Let's look at some real-life examples. Many successful, well-loved individuals are or were shy. People like Albert Einstein, Emma Watson, and introverted leaders across industries have turned their quiet nature into a defining strength. They didn't try to change who they were. They embraced their natural tendencies and used them to their advantage. You can do the same. Start by replacing self-critical thoughts with empowering ones. For instance, instead of thinking, "I'm too shy to speak up," reframe it as, "I take my time to process and respond thoughtfully." Or instead of, "People won't notice me," think, "My presence and curiosity naturally draw people in." These small but powerful shifts can completely change how you view yourself and how others perceive you. Here's a simple yet effective exercise. The next time you feel shy, take a moment to acknowledge it without judgment. Then reframe the moment. For example, if you're in a group setting and feel overwhelmed, remind yourself that your quietness is allowing you to observe and connect with the energy of the room. This makes you better equipped to engage meaningfully when the time is right. To make this reframing stick, create a personal mantra that speaks to your unique qualities. For example, "I'm quietly confident and my presence speaks louder than words. My shyness is a sign of depth and thoughtfulness." Repeat this mantra daily, especially before entering social situations. Over time, these affirmations will become second nature, replacing old negative narratives. Reframing your shyness isn't about ignoring it, it's about giving it a new meaning. When you see it as a strength, it transforms from something that holds you back into a tool that helps you connect with others on a deeper level. With this new perspective, you're ready to learn how to actively use your shyness to create natural attraction. Use your energy to attract. With a new perspective on your shyness, you can now channel it into a quiet yet powerful force that naturally draws people toward you. Attraction isn't about being the loudest or most outgoing person in the room. It's about energy, how you present yourself, how you make others feel, and the subtle ways you communicate without saying a word. Let's start with body language, one of the most powerful tools for conveying confidence and approachability. Shy individuals often shrink their presence, whether by avoiding eye contact, crossing their arms, or slouching. But with a few adjustments, you can transform your nonverbal communication. Stand tall, keep your shoulders relaxed, and maintain an open posture. Make gentle eye contact and offer a warm, genuine smile when engaging with others. These small changes signal that you're approachable and comfortable, even if you don't say much. Next, lean into the power of listening. Shy individuals are often exceptional listeners, a quality that makes them incredibly attractive in social settings. While others may focus on impressing, you have the natural ability to make others feel heard. When someone speaks to you, focus on their words, nod occasionally to show engagement, and ask thoughtful follow-up questions. For example, if someone shares a personal story, respond with, "That's really interesting. What made you decide to take that approach?" This shows genuine curiosity, which people find irresistible. Another technique is using curiosity to connect. When you feel shy, it's easy to retreat inward and focus on your own discomfort. Instead, redirect your attention outward. Shift your mindset from, "What will they think of me?" to, "What can I learn about them?" By focusing on the other person, you'll feel less self-conscious and create an environment where connection happens naturally. In group settings where shyness can feel most challenging, find smaller opportunities to connect. Instead of trying to engage the whole group, look for one or two people who seem approachable or share your energy. A quiet compliment like, "I noticed you have a great way of explaining things," can open the door to a deeper conversation. Lastly, embrace the subtle power of gratitude and appreciation. Expressing genuine thanks or acknowledging someone's effort is a simple but impactful way to leave a lasting impression. For example, after a conversation you could say, "I really enjoyed talking to you. You have a unique perspective." These small acts of kindness build trust and draw people toward you. The key here is to use your energy intentionally. Instead of fighting your shyness, allow it to guide you toward creating connections in your own authentic way. When combined with open body language, active listening, and thoughtful engagement, your shyness becomes a strength that sets you apart. As you start practicing these techniques, remember that transformation doesn't happen overnight. Each small step, whether it's maintaining eye contact a little longer or asking one extra question in a conversation, builds momentum. Over time, you'll see how your quiet energy can create a magnetic presence that naturally attracts others. Now, let's bring this to life with a real-world example of someone who turned their shyness into a powerful tool for connection. Real-life example. To truly understand how shyness can be transformed into a powerful tool for connection, let's explore a real-life example. Meet Mia, a self-described shy and introverted person who always felt out of place in social settings. She'd often find herself standing on the edges of conversations, unsure of how to contribute and worried about being judged. Mia's breakthrough began when she stopped seeing her shyness as a limitation and started embracing it as part of who she was. One day, during a networking event she dreaded attending, she decided to take a different approach. Instead of forcing herself to be extroverted, she focused on observing the room. She noticed a few people standing alone and decided to start small by engaging one of them in conversation. Using her natural curiosity, Mia asked thoughtful questions like, "What brought you to this event?" And, "What's the most exciting project you've worked on recently?" These questions shifted the focus away from her and allowed the other person to open up. To her surprise, the conversations flowed effortlessly. People responded positively to her genuine interest, and by the end of the event, she had made meaningful connections. Over time, Mia refined her approach. She leaned into her ability to listen deeply, giving others the space to feel seen and valued. She also practiced subtle yet powerful nonverbal cues, maintaining eye contact, smiling warmly, and using open gestures. Her presence began to speak volumes without her needing to say much. The transformation wasn't about Mia becoming someone she wasn't. She didn't suddenly become loud or overly outgoing. Instead, she embraced her natural energy and used it in a way that felt authentic. Her shyness became a magnet, drawing people toward her because they felt genuinely heard and appreciated. Mia's journey is proof that shyness isn't a barrier, it's a bridge. By embracing her quiet nature, she discovered how to create impactful connections without compromising her authenticity. This example illustrates what's possible when you stop fighting your shyness and start using it to your advantage. And the best part? You can achieve the same transformation. Let's talk about how you can take these ideas and put them into practice in your own life. Practice and transform. Now that you've seen how shyness can be transformed into a strength, it's time to put these ideas into action. Remember, this isn't about changing who you are, it's about embracing your natural energy and using it to create meaningful connections in your own unique way. Let's recap the key steps. Understand your shyness. Recognize it as a natural response and a sign of your emotional depth. Reframe your mindset. See your shyness as a strength that makes you more thoughtful, observant, and authentic. Harness your energy. Use tools like body language, active listening, and curiosity to connect with others effortlessly. Here's your first challenge. Think of one social situation you'll encounter soon, whether it's a conversation with a coworker, meeting new people, or even a casual chat at a coffee shop. Commit to trying at least one technique from this video. For example, you could focus on maintaining open body language, asking a thoughtful question, or simply observing and engaging when you feel ready. Remember, the goal isn't perfection. Progress happens in small steps. Celebrate the little wins, like making eye contact for a few seconds longer or having a meaningful one-on-one conversation. Over time, these small efforts will add up, and you'll notice a shift in how you approach social situations and how others respond to you. I also want to hear from you. What resonated with you in this video? What's one thing you're going to try? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to support you on your journey. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it and subscribe to this channel. This way, you won't miss future content designed to help you navigate life with confidence and authenticity. And if you know someone who might benefit from these ideas, share this video with them. Together, we can create a community where being shy isn't seen as a limitation but as a unique and powerful trait. Your journey starts now. Embrace your shyness, take that first step, and watch how it transforms not just your interactions but your entire outlook on life. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've covered. Shyness isn't a roadblock, it's a starting point. It's an inherent part of who you are, and when you learn to embrace it, you can transform it into one of your most powerful qualities. Whether you're engaging in a casual conversation or stepping into a more formal social setting, your quiet energy has the potential to leave a lasting impact. By understanding your shyness, reframing it, and practicing the strategies we discussed, you'll begin to notice how it opens doors to deeper connections and more meaningful relationships. Remember, you don't need to change your personality or pretend to be someone you're not. What makes you unique is exactly what will make you magnetic to others. Your shyness is a reflection of your sensitivity, your thoughtfulness, and your ability to connect with others in a genuine way. Instead of seeing it as a weakness, start seeing it as your strength, something that draws people in and creates authentic bonds. This journey takes time and progress won't happen overnight. But every small step you take, whether it's practicing positive self-talk, improving your body language, or simply choosing to engage with one person in a new way, will bring you closer to feeling more comfortable and confident in your own skin. I believe in you. I believe in the quiet strength you hold, and I know that with a little practice, you can transform shyness into an attraction that resonates with everyone you meet. Thank you for joining me on this journey of self-discovery and empowerment. You're not alone in this. Every shy individual has the potential to create the kind of meaningful connections that make life richer and more fulfilling. Remember, you are enough just as you are. Embrace your shyness, channel it into something beautiful, and let it be the quiet force that attracts the world to you. Until next time, keep navigating your journey with courage, authenticity, and a little bit of quiet power.